Hello, everybody. So this is the leather lace webinar, and first thing I want you to do is go ahead and take a look at this piece of lace here, and we're going to spend a few minutes guessing the length of it. And first of all, just type in your name. Let me know who's here, okay? I see a bunch of people here. Just type in and say hello, and to get started. So here's a piece of leather lace, and we have measured it, and the very first, or the first 3 people to get it are going to get an expanded leather lace kit. If you hit it right on, we're actually going to give you the piece of lace. So, but the first 3 that are closest to it, and we'll announce the winners at the end of this webinar. Here's the expanded lace making kit that you'll get, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so for now, guess the piece of this, the length of this piece of leather lace, and I'll leave it up for just another minute or half a minute so you can look at it, and we'll go from there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take you through the tool and how to use it and put the blade in and all, teach you some tricks, and then we'll make some lace and take questions and then announce the winners. So there you go. All right. Okay, Linda, Linda, Tom, 13 feet, 17 feet, way low. Pamela, 33 feet, low. Victor, 280 inches. Diane, 345 inches, low. Let me do this, okay? So here is this. I'm going to just throw this lace. Oops. By the way, we're in the studio here where we make everything. So I'm going to start winding it up for everyone to see. 432 inches. Low. No, it's not 63 feet, Raleigh. No, it's not 600. Sandy, is that 600 inches or feet? No, Brantley, it's not. That's way high. 1,080 inches. No, wait. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, some of you people are close. All right, you can do inches or feet. So here we are. So I'm going to wind this up, and we're going to do this to the 5-minute mark. And if we see someone hit it, but here it is, winding it up like this. And I just measured this about a half an hour ago to make sure. All right, I'm 6 feet tall, okay? This is, when you have something this long, I'll give you a hint, it's way over 30 feet. And here's the thing, we made this, look at this. This is like a 10 by 10 inch thing. We made it from this right here, this piece of lace. So you can use these really small pieces of leather to make these huge pieces of lace. So I'm 6 feet tall. Let me stand back a little bit. So that's on the floor. So this is 6 feet right here. Then we got there, there. And that's it. It's this lace right here. Trip, you're way high. You know, somebody was like 1 foot off here earlier, and he's the closest so far. Okay, let's see. Adrian, you're still way low, over 30 feet. Okay, let's do this for 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. We've got one person who's like 1 foot off. They're the closest one so far. We'll announce that person at the end. Oh. All right, looking at all your comments here. Okay, good. Let's get started here, and we'll announce the winner at the end. The closest one, or if you hit it exactly, you get this piece of lace. And the 3 closest are going to get that expanded lace kit that I showed you earlier. All right, let's get started. So first of all, we're going to take this piece of lace, it's 4 by 4 inches, and we're going to make some lace out of it. And I've done it already, and this is the amount of lace I got, and it's about 8 feet. And I'll show you how to do that. First thing we're going to use is the tool. And if you guys have questions along the way, just go ahead. I'll be watching for them and try to answer them. Here is the tool that we use. And right now it's got no blade in it. Here's the blade, and this is how the whole thing comes. So there are a few things on here. So this actual, tip this down a little bit. So there's these metal things right on there, and they hold the blade. And we're just going to pop, the bottom one comes off. We're going to take this top one and try to get it off. You don't actually have to take it off. All you have to do is move it up a little bit so you can get the blade in, and I'll show you where that is. Okay, here we go. So what you've got is, you can see the thicknesses on these. And so this, you can actually put the start in any of these slots. This one's going to make the thickest lace. This one's going to make the thinnest. And to be honest with you, I've never had much luck on any of these 3. Maybe this one a little bit, the second one, but this is the one I always use. And then you can further do your thicknesses with this. Here, I'm just going to take this thing off. This is that little ring that was on the top there. And if you can see over here, you put your blade in there, and can you see those 2 stripes that are coming down there? There's 2 thicknesses. There's one, and then there's the other one right next to it. I'm going to put it on the thinner one. That's the one we use to wrap up our little primer journals that are the passport size. So I'm just going to stick the blade in there. And you want the blade part, the sharp part, to face in. And here's a little trick. When you do that, what you can do is I take a Sharpie and I just mark one side, because if you're only going to use this top part or the first 2, you can actually, you put the blade in there and then flip it. Just like once it's in, then you can flip it around like this, and so it's like you get 2 uses out of one. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this blade in here. And again, the sharp part goes in there. And once we get this in, sharp part faces in, we'll make some lace. And the lace making goes pretty quick. Getting the blade in, not so much. I just wanted to take this right from the start for everyone to see. There we go. Okay, so the blade's in now, right there, and I'm just going to take this piece that I took off and get that back over the top. That's in here. There. And the bottom one here, I'm just going to push up over the bottom of the blade like that. So that blade's in there secure. Okay, so now we got our leather here. And what we're going to do is fold it in 4ths. I fold it in 4ths. You can fold it in half and just cut like a half circle in there. But I just do this because it's quicker and easier. And here's the scissors I use. They don't sell them anymore at Home Depot. We cut our leather with these. They're nice. Wish they did sell them. So I'm just going to cut off a really small piece there. Doesn't have to be too big. Right off the corner. So what I'm doing, folding it up in 4ths and then cutting it off right there like that. So I've got a little kind of a semi-hole. Then I'm going to take this lace kit, this lace maker, and put it inside of the hole like that. And since the blade is right over here, I'm going to feed it and turn it into the blade. So the first thing you got to do is get it started. And that is the tricky part. So you'll have small pieces come out at first. For my way, your hole is not perfectly round, so it's rounding up the hole to start. And then once you get a little string here like this, you can start to pull on it. It doesn't tear off. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you got to use your teeth. Not always this tough to start, actually. All right, here. I'm just going to work with another piece here. We'll do this one right here. I'll start again. And the stiffer the leather, the better, usually. And also a sharp blade, which this should be. All right. There we go. Okay, so once you get that little thing there, you can start pulling on it. And so here's the thing: you can pull a couple of ways. Here's the orientation, and I'm pulling on this. If I pull it this way, it's going to break it off. If I pull it too far, like this, it's going to break it off too. So you want to find the happy medium between the two, and that just takes experience. And then you just twist it like this. Let's see if I can get a close-up of this here, right here. Now, if you're going to do thicker lace, obviously you're going to get less out of it. And there we go. That was the end of it. So I can see here that I didn't get it perfectly in the center, the hole I cut. But here's all the lace we got off of that. Right here. So this is 4 feet and 41 inches. So 36 and 5. So 7 feet 5 inches off of here. If we did a thicker one, then it would be less. Let me see if I have a thicker blade. No. Sometimes we keep a couple of those, and one's thicker and one's thin. But this is pretty thin. You can see that my finger in relation to my finger there. So any questions on that? Let me see here. Sorry, Pamela. Doing my best here with the grainy stuff. Yeah, I hear you. Is the blade, let's see here. Yeah, this lace is really thin. It's not even a quarter. Let's see here. This lace is about 1/8 of an inch thick, probably square. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Speak slower. Okay. 78 feet, 68 feet, that's all too long. All right, here. How long is the lace from 4-inch piece of leather? Oh, it's yeah, it's this one was 7 feet and 5 inches long that we did here. That's the 1/8. If we were to make it thicker, do y'all want to do a thicker one? See what we get out of a 4-inch piece? Let me know in the box. Oh, Brantley, the blade is, I don't know. Here, we have, it comes in a 5-pack like this, the blades do. Talk about that in a sec. Okay, yeah, let's do a thicker one then. All right, so what I got to do here is I've got to take this blade out again. So let's just do that real quick. No, as quick as I can. Yeah, that's a good question, Donald. What can be done with the lace? Why don't you guys chime in here and tell us what you'll do with this lace. What we use it for is to wrap up all of the journals that we sell. We wrap all of our journals are wrapped in leather lace and come with a chenille pouch. All of our journals do that. And we wrap them up with the lace, and this is how we make it. We use these little lace makers to make it. Okay, here. So I'm wrapping journal projects, yeah. Shoelaces. You know, here's something else. Now you can use any leather you want, but zipper pulls, that is an awesome idea. That is a really awesome idea, zipper pulls. And a bracelet or necklace, absolutely. If I try to pull on this hard, this is an 1/8 of an inch piece, it'll break, all right? So for shoelaces, just letting you know the strength of it. If we make a thicker piece, obviously it's going to be harder. Okay, so here we are. Got our blade, got those things unhooked. I'm going to take this blade out. Be careful, this thing is really sharp. And then I'm going to move it over, let's see here, into that other slot. So you see that how thick it is there? Watch when I move it over. Ties for backpacks, absolutely. There are a lot of backpackers in here. Keychains, survival kits, oh, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Linda. Yeah, it's absolutely right. So do many of you have scrap leather? I mean, where would you get leather from besides me? Have any good sources for leather? I'm putting this back on here together. We'll do a thick one. All right. All right. Got it back together. So here, now can you see the thickness on that now? If you remember, right there. It's a little thicker, and we'll compare the two. Pamela, this is my first webinar experience too. The very first one. Okay, so let's take a piece and fold it and cut it. Do a little cut here. You know what's kind of fun when you do it that way? Fold it in four. You get these pieces that look like little hearts. Okay. So now we got our hole in there and our lace cutter, and let's turn this down so you can kind of see what I'm working on here. So here we go, start it. There and here. So here we are, and this is a little thicker. I'll show you the difference. Again, if I would have centered it better, I would have got another long piece out of here, but that's what I got out of here, and then get that little extra off of there. Okay, so this piece is 4 feet. This one's 4 feet long. It's about twice the thickness also. This one is exactly 1/4 of an inch thick. So where's that other one we just did? Right here. Here's the difference in the thicknesses. So it's about half the length, but look at it, it's double the thickness. So, and I did that just by moving the blade from this. There's a slot right over there. It's hard to see. It's right there. Moved it from there to where it is now over there. So that's it. Reading the comments here. Yeah, someone asked the question if there's going to be a replay in the mail. Yeah, there will be. So if you get your kit, then you'll be able to practice with this video. Mark, I have no idea where to get shears. We've had these for years, and our sewing machine guy comes by, and when he works on our machines, he sharpens these for us. So I haven't found a great replacement. I would love to find some more. Just like I would like to find some knives. I mean, we use these knives here, and this is what we cut leather with. these utility knives, and we use scissors, and that's how we do everything. We have templates and everything. So what I wanted to do, I'm going to do a little screen share here with you, and we'll be able to. I've got a leather lace kit that I put together. It's a basic kit, and what it is basically is five pieces of 4-inch leather and the actual lace maker. All right, and I just put the product on our website. It's $18.95, and we're going to give you a coupon code for that. There'll still be shipping involved, but you're going to get the whole lace kit for free. So, and that is, let me just share my screen here, and I'll continue to talk. So there's the basic kit right there. And what's included is the lace making tool and blade, and which is this right here, and then 5 pieces of leather. And then we have an expanded kit, and that is you get an extra pack. You get the 5 pieces and the lace maker plus a 5-pack of blades, and then a 10 by 10 inch piece of leather, at least 10 by 10. It could be bigger. It may not be perfectly square, but it'll be at least 10 by 10. You can always cut these pieces square. And let's see if that's it. Yeah, there's the pack of blades right there, 5-pack of blades. So that is that, and Jaleesa, who's adminning this, will put a link in the chat window for you guys. You can go take a look at it if you want it. So any questions? Any other questions? Are the shears especially for later or for you know, we use them for what they're not good for is let me show you something. Here, so when you want to cut lace like this kind of lace, and we use these in our innovative journals, and we make these up ahead of time with bookmarks and stuff. But they're not great for cutting that. They are just, look, it just doesn't cut, and then look at how it leaves the end all frayed like that. And we can use a lighter to get that fray away, but we can't. Yeah, so we use regular scissors for that. These are just good. These are good for leather. Oh, the code is the code's right on the page. It's lace kit, all capitals. Kim. Yeah, it leads directly to the page. Right. How long was the original lace? Okay, let's do that. Thanks, Brantley. Let's figure it out. Jaleesa, type into the chat box the 3 closest. I have one here. Do we want to take any more guesses before we announce the winner, or the three closest? Yes, no? Anybody else want to guess? Want me to unravel it again? Graham. Is that Graham from Canada? Oh, sorry. Here's my hands. All right. 10 more seconds to guess. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Jaleesa, who do you have? The one, yeah, type in there who you have, okay? Because there was one person who guessed 1 foot away, and the lace was 42.5 feet, which is 510 inches. So Lionel is, yeah, Lionel was actually the closest, I think. Is that right? Oh, Adrian guessed 43 feet? Oh, okay. So let's see here. We have Adrian and Lionel. Lionel guessed 43.5. I wrote him down. I remember that. And who else do we have? Lionel said 480 inches. He also said 43.5 feet, unless there's two Lionels on here. Let's pick two more close ones. Adrian, Lionel. Who was next after Lionel? Brantley guessed 480 inches. So let's do Brantley then. All right, you guys, can you send us an email and we'll just pop, I'm going to pop in here in the box. Service. Oops. Send us this email, the winners, Brantley, Lionel, and, oh wait, Trip? Trip guessed 500 inches? Okay, sorry. Trip is, Lionel gets 43.5 feet. He was over by 12 inches. Brantley guessed 500 inches. So Brantley, no, 480. All right, so we got Adrian, Lionel, and, yeah, Jaleesa Brantley also said he 43.5 feet, so that was closer. Brantley, let's just do this. Let's do Brantley. And who is that other person who gets 5? Trip. Or did Trip just guess? Trip, did you just guess now? Or did you have that in there before? So I'm going to mark this here. And check out that email. You guys send us, Adrian, Lionel, and Brantley, send us an email. Put in the subject line, leather lace kit winner, so I can pull you out of all the emails we get, okay? Brantley, Adrian, and Lionel. Okay, awesome. Any other questions before we finish up here? And the other thing is, how would you guys feel about doing like a monthly demo webinar? We should have had a poll up here, but I didn't think ahead of time. It's just a thought that occurred to me because I tried to get a camera hooked up to my laptop and I couldn't. But then I can take my laptop, which I'm broadcasting this from, and walk all over the studio, and we could make like a different thing. It could be ad hoc, or I would ask you guys ahead of time, what do you want me to demo? We'll take up to an hour to do something, and then I'll just walk around the studio with my laptop, and we'll just leave it, you know, really raw and uncut and open. So, okay, great. Yeah, okay, we'll get that in the works then for you, and I'll send emails to everybody about that too. Hey, so if there's anything else, let me know, or we'll say goodbye. Waiting for comments if there's anything else. And everybody just type in the chat box, thanks to Jaleesa. She's the one, I think she's in Germany right now. She's administrating this from Germany. Totally amazing, all this, what's possible today with tech. You know, I grew up with corded phones, and the little pen you had with the ball on it, you would dial your phone number in it. That's how I grew up. And type in that link once more if you could, Jaleesa, for everybody, and so they know where to go. And yeah, there'll be a replay, and that's it. Hey, so thanks everybody, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.